Hey guys, MentionedRock here,
And a meal for the win.
and this is the weekly respawn.
All right. I want to jump right into this. Since you don't have this pulled up, I'm just going to kind of quickly go over it. Diablo
Okay.
Immortal. There's a huge controversy right now in the Blizzard has a brand new president for or that just started. He came out yesterday and he responded to the huge controversy against Immortal, which is their new mobile game. And at BlizzCon, Blizzard announced an all new Diablo game for mobile devices called Diablo Immortal. To say the announcement didn't go over well with the community is an understatement.
Diablo. I was curious. I was curious. I see a lot of mechanics that we kind of been begging for in Diablo 3 in this. Is there any plans to make this playable on PC, or is this strictly mobile forever?
Are there any? Yeah, the current plan is to be on mobile, both Android and iOS. We don't have any plans at the moment to do PC. Do you guys not have phones?
Yeah, you guys all have phones, right?
You can play on your tablet too.
Yes, it's also on the Switch. You're right.
Hello.
I 100% agree. Everyone, if you thought Infinite Warfare response was bad, where it had fucking 10,000 dislikes within the first day, that is baby shit compared to how bad this was. They got booed at their own conference for this
I know.
game.
I was actually watching a video on that the couple days ago, like when that like the next day after that was announced.
Yeah, they got booed at their own conference because of Immortal being announced. The fans were super pissed off that they're releasing a mobile game. But it, but Blizzard went on to warn their fans that it wasn't planning to reveal the next core Diablo game at BlizzCon. Many were upset over the reveal of Immortal and the fact that Blizzard didn't provide any details whatsoever about the next mainline series. So the next mainline series would be Diablo 4, considering we have Diablo 1 and Diablo 2, which are amazing games. And then Diablo 3, which I don't like it on console whatsoever. I'm more of a PC fan when it comes to Diablo series, but that's me. Now, their new president is J. Allen Brack. He replaced Mike Morhaime, who, honestly, I don't know why they replaced him. There must have been something about that was going on, but we'll figure that out at a different time. He went
Yeah.
on to respond to this drama. During an earnings call, Brack said he's thankful for the loud feedback because it shows people care about Diablo. He says he understands players are hungry for more Diablo on PC and console and reiterated that Blizzard has multiple teams working on different games in the franchise. According to a report, he did confirm Diablo 4 is in development as of right now. So, from what I'm taking from that is Diablo Immortal was so bad that they had to give their fans, "Oh, Diablo 4 is being worked on. Please don't kill us. Please don't leave." Is isn't that what you take out of that?
Yeah, I do take out of it like that because I remember watching the crowd like when they were
They
showing
were
that, and it was
pissed.
like they looked like they were about to like freaking mob him like Frankenstein, like pitchforks and all. Like they were ready to ban up, like
Yeah.
just like that's just it's not.
So
I don't like it.
I went through and I looked at it because all these gaming companies are deciding, "Oh, we're going to make a mobile game that's exactly like our game." Like PUBG just released a mobile version.
Yeah, they released it like before it was even a full product yet.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is all these companies are starting to go for the mobile thing and I think that's what pissed off people so much is instead of focusing all their efforts on getting Diablo 4 cleaned up, beautiful and ready to release, they're going through and putting out a mobile game, which 90% of people aren't even gonna get. Because I don't know about you, but me myself, I won't pay for a fucking game on my phone. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm not on my
no.
phone that much to pay for a game. And I don't even think the mobile gaming community is that big. I'm probably wrong, but I don't see it anywhere.
I mean, so you guys can let us know how many of you in the comments are actually mobile gamers over console gamers, so we know. So if you guys want us to look a little bit more statistically what's.
If there is one person who plays mobile games more than he plays console games, and he has proof, I will give them $5 because I find it to be complete bullshit. I don't know anybody who plays a mobile game more than they would play a console or a PC.
Yeah, it almost seems like it's like a taboo kind of thing, like people
Like, yeah,
choosing to play on their phones more than a
like I said,
console
I
or
play mobile games here and there, but it's fucking quick, 5-10 minutes, and then I'm off. I'm probably playing on my Xbox, or it was probably playing while I was finishing a download or something.
yeah, it's like when you're playing mobile games on your phone, it's kind of like a casual thing. Sometimes you're just sitting on the toilet, just for example, and just you're playing around a mobile game until you're done with your business. It's like it's one of those things to pass just a brief amount of time when you don't really have anything else you're doing.
Yeah, no, there's some hardcore mobile gamers out there. I'll give them that, but I really don't think they prioritize mobile gaming over regular console
I mean,
gaming.
I do get the people that can't actually afford a console or a PC that can handle gaming, but I still
Mention
don't
rock.
think that they would be. No, 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 no. I'm more on the bandwagon of console gaming than I am with anything else.
'Cause you can't
But
afford
I
a
will
PC.
dab a little in fucking, the phone and from time to time. And then, yes, a little bit PC, but not much because my
Can't afford a
computer
PC.
sucks. So, good old Nick over here trying to
Talk some
burn me
smack.
here about
All right,
my
guys.
horrible computer.
Alright, guys, now that I got that out of the way, I wanted to get that done real quick because, like I said, he doesn't have it pulled up. It was something I was just kind of. We were talking at the beginning, and I remembered that there was a huge controversy about it, so I wanted to talk a little bit about it. But I want to come out and I want to apologize. I know he wants to apologize as well about all the stuff that has happened the past couple weeks, with our recordings being absolutely destroyed, our stream being absolutely terrible. Um,
Oh yeah, it's the worst feeling. Like I had that sense of aching like in my heart because we've put so much thought into this podcast for everyone, and
We've been
we've
thinking about
wanted to
this
bring
stuff
like the
since
we've
'06,
had thoughts about
'07.
this for like years on our mind, and now that we are in motion of being able to actually do it, there's been bumps in the road. A
There's
lot on
always going
my
to be
end
bumps in the road,
more
but
than
these
Emil's,
bumps
but
kind of these bumps kind of
yeah,
took a turn. But I
yeah.
want to apologize for all that, and I also want to apologize for the people who were part of the first vote for the name. We came to find out that there was actually a YouTube channel for that. There were channels for that and videos already done for that name. And we wanted to create our own channel, and we wanted to be off the basis. We didn't want to have the same name as somebody else. So we went through and we changed our name. That's why we are now the Weekly Respawn. We used to be the Respawn Point. So I just want to apologize for that also. Do you have any tidbits on that?
Um, I'm just sorry that my computer sucks when it comes to the recording. On first off, and second off, I mean, I'm just on board with Nick here on everything he's been saying about it, but just everything just going down the toilet basically in a metaphorical way on
Quickly.
my end. Like I know it's like a majority all on my end, like almost like 95 to like 99% my end, but now we got things going. We're gonna be able to get this out to you guys every week,
We have a quick fix
and
for right now until we can find a more stable fix.
yeah, more stable fix on my end.
So as of right now, I will just be doing recordings. There will be no live streams for the moment. I can't see one in the near future.
Yeah, but so well at least us bringing you guys us recording it, we can do a little bit extra spicing up to it, like visuals of things we're talking about that will be up on it. Like say for example the Diablo controversy about the mobile game. I could probably bring up for you guys like just a brief clip of people's reaction to the
How pissed off they
announcement
were
of it
at the
and how
BlizzCon.
pissed they were. Like, so I could display those kind of things to you guys. I could do that too when we do live streams, but that would be something in the future. But for now, we're gonna be concentrating on recording for you guys.
Yeah, we want to make sure that you guys get something every week. So we will be concentrating on these recordings, and we will be concentrating on making them as good as possible for this moment.
Yes.
Okay, so now that that's out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. What do you want to lead off with? Do you want to lead off
So
with
I have
76?
something interesting. I got something interesting before we go into Fallout 76.
Okay.
It's something small I could get brief into with everybody, and everybody can let me know what they think of this. I think it's just crazy. So I have something here, and it's from GameSpot. So it's available for you guys to check out too if you want to see it. And I'll try to put all the links to everything we look at
In our
in the
Discord.
description for you.
Discord.
And okay, we'll put it in our Discord for you guys to check out. All the links will be everything that we're looking at and referencing to. You guys could check out as well.
Oh yeah. Also, we made a Discord for the channel. Link will be in the description.
Yes. So everything that you want to see that we do on the show will be on the Discord channel.
All right.
And the link to it will be in the description. So going on from that, so I have here GTA 5 just reached an astonishing sales milestone. Now get this: this game is how old right now? Like I want to say
4
pushing
years?
6 years. I think by now, isn't it?
It's old.
Okay, I'll get into this. Let's see. So, a lot of discussion surrounding Rockstar Games currently is understandably
5 years old.
Red Dead Redemption 2. So, but the studio's previous title is still selling very well. Kind of surprising. Grand Theft Auto 5, which was initially released back in 2013, so yeah, 5 years ago, has now shipped more than 100 million units worldwide. That's up from the 95 million figure that Take-Two announced back in May. GTA 5 passed 85 million units sold in November of 2017. Wow. So after they did the reboot where they did all the new stuff to it for the newer gens, let's see, which at the time made it the all-time best-selling video game ever in the US, based on revenue and units sold across digital and physical platforms.
The reboot happened in 2014.
It did?
Yes.
Well, wow. Well, apparently they're still selling very well for some reason.
I have no idea why it's selling so well. Still.
Yeah, I don't get it. Let's see. Oh, they're going into microtransactions in this right now. Let me see. So the base game is just one way in which GTA 5 makes money. The game's multiplayer mode, GTA Online, is a significant revenue driver thanks to its microtransactions. Take-Two reported this week that GTA Online yet again exceeded the publisher's expectations, which it has done every quarter, stupid words, since release 5 years ago. The game's microtransactions, labeled recurrent consumer spending by Take-Two, rose compared to the previous quarter, but stayed flat year over year.
And
so they've been making that kind of sales.
For those of you wondering about the stayed flat,
year after year since the release,
they're always
with their
on par
microtransactions.
what they did the year before.
That's just baffling.
I
It's baffling that they're even talking about Grand Theft Auto 5 over their newest game, which I have some stuff on that after we go into Fallout 76.
So, speaking of that, I want to touch base on kind of on that a little bit. GTA 5 had the biggest launch, quote unquote, in the history of games. Red Dead Redemption 2 has the biggest weekend launch in games. Do you know why that is?
No.
No? It's because GTA 5 released on a Tuesday. The only reason Red Dead Redemption 2 has the biggest weekend launch in history.
Wow.
Also, they stated further on in the article, GTA 6 is going to be very tricky for them to make due to today's political climates that are happening. Especially going back to the huge debate with YouTube right now, since YouTube just banned and destroyed a channel for posting a video about killing and feeding a feminist to an alligator in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
YouTube
I
is
didn't get to check out too much about it, but yeah, I saw about that. I mean, not saw, but I heard about it.
yeah, it's a little ridiculous. A little ridiculous the climate we live in with that, where games are being forced to change.
Yeah, like there's a lot of things that are going around with people getting a little too in depth and looking into games that are clearly just means of entertainment, basically.
Hmm.
I mean, most people, you think you're just like, I'm gonna go, like, if you're not a gamer, you're like someone that's gonna be like, I'm gonna go watch this on TV, whatever it may be. You're gonna go watch entertainment. So gaming for us is the same thing. We
Yep.
don't go in with the thoughts of, oh, that's pretty messed up. I feel like that's attacking me personally when it's just a game.
Yeah.
So it's crazy, like how this world is shaping to be right now in the common current state.
Yep. All right. So continuing on, I want to talk a little about Fallout 76. Being a huge Fallout fan, um, I had said in a previous video, or I think I said during our live stream and a previous recording, they probably both got lost. I was going to do a Fallout 76 stream on my Twitch channel, and come to find out that there was a huge problem with Fallout 76 when I actually had the internet to be able to do it. For the first, I want to say like week and a half, the game was there was a lot of glitches going on in the game where people who had all the credentials and had the game downloaded and all that for the beta, they couldn't access it. It just would not let them enter it. And then a week and a half later, they implemented a patch and they extended the beta times pretty much up until 7 days before the game drops, because I think it drops on the 13th. I could be mistaken. Don't quote me on that. I know it drops very soon. And the last beta was November the 8th, which was Thursday.
Yeah.
Yes, which was Thursday. Yesterday at the time of this recording. Uh, but that was the last day for the beta, and the full game drops next week during the middle of the week. So the reason they pushed it so far up was because of that first week or first week and a half where nobody was able to even access the game on console because of the huge problems that were going on. But the thing is, Bethesda actually listened to their people and they changed the game a lot when it came to bug fixes and everything. Uh, like a lot of people on PC were complaining about not having the 21.9 displays. So they went through and they're implementing that after sometime directly after launch. But they won't be implementing a field of view slider, so you can't get that. What's it called? Your camera can take the picture of it.
A screenshot.
The panorama display.
Oh,
Panorama.
panorama.
Yeah, you can't get the panoramic displays with the slider. And they're doing debates, not debates. They're doing talks among themselves about the push to talk feature that a lot of PC players and console players were having difficulties with. Because being in a party and being a streamer, it makes it very hard to talk and stream and communicate with your people if everyone's talking at the same time. So the push to talk feature is going to be an amazing thing, because sometimes you just want to talk to the people in your stream or your videos and
Yeah.
not the people who you're playing with, and sometimes you don't. It's kind of to and fro.
Yeah, it's kind of just a back and forth kind of deal going on.
They also stated that they're going to increase the size of stash that you're allowed to carry. Um, you're the maximum weight right now you're allowed to carry is 400 pounds. They said they're going to increase that, even though it does get easier over the time of the game for you to carry more stuff. Um, Also, the problems with the hunger bar not replenishing, that was fixed. The random gunshot noises or loud sounds near Appalachia, that is going to be fixed directly after launch, they have announced. Uh, they're stating that Fallout 76 is going to be an ongoing project. When they say ongoing project, I think of Destiny. I hope it's nothing like Destiny. I hope it's an ongoing
Oh,
project where they find a little bug here and they fix it like right away.
yeah,
Um, and
Destiny was a major just.
and I know with ongoing project, it means they're going to be doing a lot of additions further into the game, which I'm really stoked about. I'm also really stoked that the beta allowed you to carry stuff over from the game into the full game.
That's always a really nice thing that they can do
Yeah,
because it makes it worth doing the beta in the first place. Besides, getting to see the game firsthand and putting your input on what's going on with the bugs and stuff that pop up.
yeah. I'm also glad that they kept the worlds kind of smaller, so you don't have fucking 1,000 people running around on the same server, so your server is less likely to crash.
Yeah, and there's a lot more better on the rendering on the game as well.
They can render at high speeds. You're less likely to crash. You'll be you'll be more likely to play with others. You'll be less likely to see people.
Yeah.
So you could be going on a quest and all of a sudden there's 100 people on the same quest. If you have over 1,000 people on your server, like in Terra, you'd be going and doing a little quest and there's fucking 200-300 people going for the same quest trying to get one item that drops. So it's really good that they kept it small in Fallout.
Yeah, I remember when I first did some like just any, Destiny 1 or 2, like just before I even had better internet than I currently have now, it was like there was like so much lag cuz everything was trying to render like everybody in one spot. And even when you have good internet, it's like it's bad.
Yeah, no, if good internet has nothing to do with rendering.
Yeah,
It's
I
all a
know.
matter of what your console or your PC can handle. Like my PC
Yeah.
can obviously handle a lot more than yours when it comes to recording and streaming and doing all that. I'm not doing it to take a shot. I'm just
No,
saying
no, no. I know.
my
I just like it's just funny. Like I look at it too. Like it's crazy.
yeah, cuz right now I have 30 tabs up. I am recording this session. I am streaming Discord. I have music playing in the background that you guys cannot hear. It's I'm doing all that, and I'm only running at 7% of my CPU right now. Like, not everybody is gonna be able to do that. So
Yeah,
if you take my PC, throw it in a game like Fallout 76, throw 1,000 people on the server, and then take a PC like MentionedRock's over here, do the exact same things you just did with mine, they're going to be operating at completely different levels. Mine's going to be at high graphics. His is going to be low base quality and might not even be able to run the game.
yeah. So it's like if it's like if there's problems with the rendering, there's gonna be people with higher advantages than others on that kind of scale when you look at the tech that someone's using, basically.
hmm You also have the lag input, where when you press a key, how long does it take for that key to press in the game?
Oh boy.
Yeah, no, I'm getting more of a competitive based scale. Like I know that's a big thing when it comes to competitive Call of Duty or Battlefield or any of that. Their biggest thing is their lag input.
Yeah.
But that's a little bit about the beta that happened during Fallout 76. I was overall really happy with how it was. There were quite a few bugs, yeah, but it's a beta game. The whole reason behind a beta is so they can find the problems right off the bat and try and fix them as quick as possible. So, do you want to continue on with?
Let's see. I had something here that I was looking at. So I have not been able to dabble into playing Red Dead Redemption 2 just yet. I have the game,
Oh, I was gonna
but
start playing it
in a
tonight.
future podcast, I could probably talk more about it to you guys at some point in a future podcast. Hopefully, maybe next week. Maybe if I do start it,
By next
on my
week, I will
channel.
definitely have information about it. I am
So
planning on
at
starting it
least one
tonight.
of us will have information on it.
Yeah, I'm
Hopefully
definitely
by
planning on starting it tonight.
all right. So apparently there was an issue with, I guess, your camp that you get to establish in the beginning of the game. Where now let me get it. Sounds that it is working on an issue that is affecting Red Dead Redemption 2 currently. A bug in the game could cause. So these are characters. Any of you that have played would know. So Sadie, Jack, John, and Abigail, four of Arthur Morgan's camp companions, to disappear after the completion of Chapter 2. So you're barely getting to Chapter 2, and apparently characters just disappear out of nowhere. You don't see them. So if you completed the mission Polite Society, Valentine's Style, at the start of Chapter 2, but needed to use the retry checkpoint feature, then Sadie, Jack, John, and Abigail will only appear in camp when they have missions for you to complete. Rockstar wrote in a Q&A blog post, "We are aware of these issues and are currently working on a fix to be included in the upcoming title update. While Rockstar works on a solution for the bug, the developer advises all players who have yet to complete Polite Society Valentine Style to do so without retrying from a checkpoint. If you fail the mission, make sure you immediately abandon and restart it or load an earlier save. These are currently the only ways to avoid encountering the glitch. If you've already encountered the bug, you'll have to keep playing Red Dead Redemption 2 until Chapter 4. So you got to go
Two
once you
chapters.
2 chapters in order to get these characters to come back to progress in like the story with them.
That's ridiculous.
That's their only fix right now until they fix their bugs that honestly shouldn't be there for if it's just a character model that's in the game that tells you something and that's it
Wow.
for story progression. And see, and then it just continues on saying, "You will miss the four characters' unique conversations unless you reload a previous save from before those two missions to avoid the glitch."
Well,
So that's already a pretty bad bug if it's doing stuff like that
but
when it
here's the
comes to
thing.
story progression.
It's not that much of a game-breaking bug. Yeah, it's a terrible bug because you're missing some dialogue.
Yeah,
But just missing dialogue will not break a game. And it does. They do come back, so that's something
that's
at
something.
least.
That's something at least, but
Whereas some games, they're game-breaking bugs.
oh yeah, and there's plenty of those.
Blue screens. Looking at you, Call of Duty.
Yeah, we still have a lot of issues with Call of Duty to dig into, but I think we could save that one for a good chunk of another podcast on its own.
Oh yeah, no, we could talk about Call of Duty
There's,
within
there's
its own
still
podcast.
there's still so many problems. No matter
They
how much
finally
they're fixing.
tweeted out saying that they are working on the problem.
And it's messed up for the zombie community. The people that are devoted to nothing but zombies, they don't care about anything else in the
Yeah,
Call
no,
of Duty
the
universe.
Treyarch Zombies
They
group
finally-
tweeted yesterday.
Finally
tweeted yesterday.
out saying that they will give more in detail in their patch notes. Finally, they won't be like all elusive about it anymore. They'll actually, well, they say they'll do it, but we'll find out once they put out their next patch notes
Yeah.
and update.
But anyways, going a little bit back to Red Dead Redemption 2, I pulled up an article about what I talked about a little bit before. Red Dead Redemption 2 was a commercial juggernaut that it was expected to be. It lived up to hype, so it's really great that it did. They sold 17 million copies worldwide following its October 26th release for Xbox One and PlayStation 4. It needed a week to pass the lifetime shipment figure of the 2010 predecessor, Red Dead Redemption. They beat all the sales Red Dead Redemption did in its whole lifetime in 1 week with Red Dead Redemption 2.
Wow.
Yeah. They
They,
sold, they shipped more units in the first 8 days than Red Dead Redemption 2 or Red Dead Redemption 1 shipped in 8 years. That's something to think
that's
about.
astonishing.
And I was right. They do hold the record for the biggest opening weekend. I wasn't right about the fact that it was video games for the biggest opening weekend in entertainment history. So that's across the board. Movies,
Wow.
music, video games. They hold the biggest weekend opening at $725 million in the 3-day weekend.
That's astonishing, you know.
Yeah. Now, if we go over Grand Theft Auto 5, for their first 3 days, they made $1 billion in sales.
Wow.
So that's where it was. Grand Theft Auto 5 released on a Tuesday and ended on a Friday, whereas Red Dead Redemption 2 launched on a Friday, ended on a Sunday. That's the only reason Red Dead Redemption 2 has the biggest opening weekend.
Yeah. It hit its mark at the right time to hit those kind of numbers.
And they have announced that the game's online mode will be available soon. It should be starting later this month, early next month. So that's really good. I really hope they don't do what they did with Grand Theft Auto with all the microtransactions. But it's a
Yeah,
Rockstar
no.
game, so look forward to
Yeah,
microtransactions.
yeah. There's no dodging it when it comes to Rockstar. Their infamous microtransactions up the wazoo.
But the thing I liked about Grand Theft Auto 5, yeah, you had microtransactions, but you could play the game without them. Whereas some games
Exactly.
you have to pay to play.
Yeah, it's like they almost make you be in that zone of like you're stuck somewhere and they
Hmm.
have this one flashy thing that's right there. It's like, hey, you take this, you're gonna beat that one section of the game. And it's like you're like, but I don't want to, but it's like it's almost forcing you into those kind of situations.
Hmm. It's a matter of pay to play instead of the typical pay to win. Um, which Grand Theft Auto, in my opinion, is more of a pay to win because if you come through, drop like $600 on the game, you could have everything in the online by level 2.
Wow.
Whereas you could be level, I want to say GB Slackers level 150, still not have everything.
That's insane.
So I I'm sure they're gonna do something like that. I'm just excited to be able to play with
Yeah,
friends again on a
yeah.
big game.
Yeah, and hopefully it's just even if there is microtransactions, hopefully they don't make it where it seems like you need them.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Where we
Because
go back to
in the
Grand Theft
first
Auto
Red Dead
5, where you
Redemption,
could actually play the game without having to buy everything.
yeah, I remember in the first Red Dead Redemption, like a lot of certain things, like I think game modes for the multiplayer, they had it where you needed certain things in order to play with others. Those certain modes that were a little bit more fun than just the core's multiplayer setting.
Yeah. So do you want to take up on the game release dates for the rest of the year, or do you want to go with controversial?
Let's go for controversial. We'll hit it off on a good note at the doing the list of upcoming games for everybody to
All right,
look forward to.
go ahead and lead off.
Okay, so we have here in a wiki page basically there is a history of controversial games and reasons why they're controversial. And so I'd say, do we want to push towards the 70s or we want to get a little closer to 90s and up?
I think I'm gonna jump straight into Diablo Immortal since they just added this to the page. I want to say yesterday.
Okay, so I'm gonna go right there, and you could kick it off, and I'll go off to the next one after that one.
All right. So as we said, Diablo Immortal had its announcement at BlizzCon this year. They've been teasing Diablo related stuff in the weeks prior to the event. So a lot of people were anxious to go to the event and have a new Diablo game announced. Upon the announcement, fans at the event booed the presentation. They booed. And other fans took to social media to express discontentment with the announcement. Complaints from the game range from concern that Diablo Immortal was a reskin of a previous game developed by NetEase, who are developing Immortal, to issues related to Blizzard's longtime fans of the series by not releasing Diablo 4 on computer or home console. The situation was further stressed when Kotaku had claimed that inside sources told them that Blizzard had pulled a Diablo 4 announcement at the last minute, which Blizzard refuted to talk about the next day.
Wow. So they just basically refused to even talk about it the next day about.
Yeah, and then the new
Sarah.
president had to come out and talk about it, otherwise their fans would have ripped their throat out.
Man.
And here's the thing, it's Blizzard. Blizzard has big names with them. So if they were to piss off their fan base for one of their big names, yeah, they still have other big names to go with, but they just lost a huge chunk of their money. They have Diablo, they have World of Warcraft, they have Overwatch now. They have a bunch of things.
Yeah.
So they're shooting themselves in the foot with this game in all honesty.
So I see here back in 2017, there's some stuff about Star Wars Battlefront 2. And I remember during launch playing this game and just everything that was wrong basically with EA and their choices for the game. Let's just say that. Where we go back into pay to win kind of mentality of the game.
Yeah, that was both Battlefronts, Battlefront 1 and 2.
I mean, at least I'll give Battlefront 1 not as much crap like I would for the second.
Why?
At least the first one was
They didn't even have a
decent.
story mode.
I mean,
it was forcing you to play online,
all
and to
around,
play
all
online
around,
you had to
it
pay a
no
shit ton of
story
money.
mode. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, all around, there was no story mode, which was very fucking disappointing. But yeah, I can't defend it. I was trying to give them the benefit of the doubt for the first one, but there's no
No,
no saving their skills.
they
on
took shooting themselves in the foot, and then they took the gun and they pointed it at the other foot and pulled the trigger with Star Wars Battlefront 2. That's honest to
Yeah.
God what they did.
Yeah. So it says here, in November of 2017, Battlefront 2 received unfavorable criticism attention from its loot box monetization scheme during its open beta period. So during their beta, they were doing already loot boxes.
Which pissed
So
people off.
during its open beta period was revealed, which many felt was a pay to win scheme since some loot boxes rewards directly influenced multiplayer gameplay. Electronic Arts revisited the loot box approach prior to launch to address those concerns. Just before the game's full launch, it was revealed that many of the playable heroes in the game would be locked until the player had earned enough in game credits over time or spent money on microtransactions to unlock them faster. Raising further player criticism, Electronic Arts attempted to justify the change on the game's subforum at Reddit, but it was met with outrage, making that comment the most downvoted Reddit post of all time. Wow. Wonder why? Hours before the game's release, EA temporarily disabled all microtransactions for the game to review concerns by players and network these in currency systems after launch.
See, here's the thing. I was a part of that. I was a part of that huge controversy. I was one of the ones. I voiced my opinion immediately. They were doing. There's another game that's doing it right now that's pissing off a lot of people. I believe it's another EA game as well. They were charging.
What's new? It's always EA
No,
doing something.
sorry. It's not EA. I'm sorry. It's Call of Duty with their microtransactions. They
Oh
are
yeah.
charging $5 for a single spin of the
Oh
three
yeah, I
gobble gum
saw
or
about
three
that. I saw
elixirs
that. You
in
get three elixirs
zombies
and one. I think it's one of the medallions.
for
One spin
$5.
for $5 USD.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, if you spend more money, you get more out of it. But here's the thing: $5 for a single spin. Not everyone could dish out $100 and get fucking 60 spins off it, or not even 60. It's probably gonna be more like 30. But it's ridiculous.
Yeah, because I remember back at least Black Ops 3 when you would get like the Liquid Divinium, you were able to get more than just one spin off of $5.
Yeah, and that's how Battlefront 2 was.
Just these microtransactions are just going just overboard these days.
Yeah, they're getting away with murder when it comes to microtransactions.
Yeah, murdering all of us poor gamers' wallets. Oh man. I mean, I get it. They have to make money, but I mean, there's other ways of doing it instead of like doing it that way.
Yeah.
First off, maybe making a game that's fully done, like
Yeah, no, that'd be
finished
great.
before release. That would be the best part.
You know, it'd be absolutely great if they could release a full game instead of all the shit that they have been just releasing.
Yeah.
So if we go back to, I'm gonna go way back into the past, way way back.
Okay, so what year are we going into now? Back in time.
I'm going back to 1996, the
All right,
Pokemon
we're going to
series.
1996. Ooh, now we get to talk about some Pokemon. All right.
See, I had this whole thing about the scariest Pokemon stories in the Pokédex, like Haunter and all them, but this one is the controversy of it. Jinx, one of the series' titular creatures, one of the series' first creatures, came under heavy backlash following a 2000 article by Carol Boston Weatherford. This woman has done a lot to the gaming industry. She is an enemy of the gaming industry. She accused that its design of perpetrating blackface imagery.
Oh, I think I remember hearing stuff about
The
that.
resulting controversy forced a drastic redesign of Jinx, changing its skin from black to purple and shrinking its eyes and mouth. The series was also attacked by fundamentalist Christian groups who argued that it promoted satanic themes. In response, the Vatican broadcast its public approval of Pokemon in April 2001, claiming that the game was based on intense ties of friendship and lacked any harmful moral side effects. They were claiming that the game was satanic! A children's
Wow,
game!
that's so. They're claiming it was satanic just because of that fact.
No, they were claiming the game in general was
Oh, just in
satanic.
general. Oh wow.
Carol Boston Weatherford is the one that was saying that Pokemon was being racist in a sense.
Wow, that's
They forced the
really
Vatican,
controversial thing to dig
the
into.
Vatican, which did not get involved in public controversy
And
until
they,
the
they,
new
they
pope.
did get into it.
Until the new pope, they forced them to come out and say something. That's if that's not controversial, I don't know what is. Honest to God.
Wow.
That's terrible.
Man, this who would have thought, that people would take it that far, especially with Pokemon.
It's a kids game. They
Like,
weren't
it's
trying to
the
be
most
racist.
all-friendly
They
game
weren't
that-
trying to be satanic, quote unquote. They were making a kids game. They weren't. It's not a matter
I
of.
mean, it's like they might as well target like the actual like cartoon itself while they're at.
Oh
it,
no, they
when
did
you
target
look
the
at it.
cartoon. They targeted the
Oh.
cartoon huge.
Man, that's just insane.
Do you know there
what people
is
do.
there's an illegal episode in Pokemon due to it being an anime back in Japan. They released an episode in Japan that was never seen again because it caused an epileptic
Epilep. I can't even say the word either. Epilep.
epileptic
Yeah. that word.
episode for hundreds of people, hundreds of
Oh,
children
man.
who watched the episode. There were so many flashing lights that so many people had epilepsies that or seizures from epilepsies. They had to scrap that episode. It was never to be seen again, ever.
See, I remember hearing about that. I just never got really in depth of looking into it too much. Because I used to be like a big Pokemon fan and all, but like, kind of been out of touch with it for quite some time now.
Yeah, I watched it all the time as a kid. I played almost every single one of the video games. I'm actually playing the last two that I didn't ever get a chance to play, Black and Black 2. But it's just crazy. Everything that's happened to Pokemon, and it's still one of the biggest names in the business.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone has at least heard of Pokemon at least once.
Yeah, I mean, you can't say you've never heard of it, at least.
Yeah, you might not have played it, but you have heard of it.
Yeah, it's one or the other usually.
So, do you see the next one you want to talk about?
Actually, no. I was trying to see stuff that I actually have some input of knowing. And I didn't see anything else. Like, that's sad when it comes from a gamer right here, when he
Well,
can't
there's Mortal
talk
Kombat.
too much about... I mean, I think Mortal Kombat is a given by now. The controversy around that kind of game. But, I mean, I'll get into what they say here in the wiki page, at least. So, this goes for just a whole series across the board and everything. So, it says the controversial stuff about it is the blood, of course, obviously, and the violence and gore. But, it's the first fighter to introduce fatalities to finish off opponents, which released from home console formats became the first big budget game to raise the issue of violence in the medium, possible catalyst of the implementation of a rating system.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat was the one that forced the rating system to come into play.
They were the ones that stamped out the whole E for everyone, M for mature. Like, they're the ones that just started that as a stamping point for every game ever since that point.
Ridiculous. What's been going on?
I'm not even gonna dip into Doom. I think we can already agree that one is another controversial game,
Grand
and there's
Theft
not
Auto.
too much, especially Grand Theft Auto as well. Like, there's still today just still nonstop talk about all the titles.
Hold
And
on,
it's kind of
hold on. I didn't even know this game was ever made. I didn't know
What?
that this was a true game. 2004, there was a game released called JFK Reloaded. It was released on PC only. It puts the player in the role of Lee Harvey Oswald as he assassinates the U.S. President John F. Kennedy.
What? I didn't even know that was a game.
I had no idea this was a game. I swear to God, I'm not making it up. This link will be in will be on the Discord if you guys want to go look at all these controversial games.
Yeah, we'll have the whole list for everyone to look at. We have all the links to literally everything we just talked about to you guys. Um, will be all in the Discord channel. I think we might have to like devote a certain section on the Discord, just links, like from discussions or something for people to check out.
Yeah.
But if you guys have any controversial games that aren't on this list that you want us to look into, go ahead and let us know in the comments and on the Discord. Start a discussion.
Yep. Let us know. That's the
Let
only
us know what you
way.
want us to what you want us to get into and discuss about for you guys and kind of dig into all the nitty gritty dirt.
It's the only way we can move forward and get better is if you guys let us know and talk to us.
Yeah,
Let us
just
know
talk
what
to
you
us
feel.
guys and let us know what you want us to dabble into.
All right. So to close it out, I have an announcement after we finish this off. But let's go ahead and finish it off with the games that are scheduled for the rest of the year.
All right. So get ready to look into some good old Christmas shopping.
Get ready to feel the wallet burn.
Yeah, get ready to burn those dollars out of you.
All right. So as of today of this recording, 11/9, there's a game. Tetris Effect was just released today. It's not going to be a big game like it's for everyone else, but it's going to be one of the first Tetris games for the PlayStation 4. Not just a remake. It's going to be an actual game within itself.
Oh.
And then we move on to November 13th. There is 3 games dropping, which I know I'm excited for one of them for damn sure.
I can already guess which one that one is.
Which one do you think it is?
Because I'm really stoked for this game to be coming out too, especially on both console platforms.
Oh.
Spyro
Thank
Reignited
you.
Trilogy.
Childhood fucking
is like
games.
Childhood memories right there.
I know a lot of people
Oh,
within my
Just
friend
the
group.
nostalgia.
I know a lot of YouTubers. Everyone is super excited for Spyro Reignited to be dropping on November 13th.
Yeah, especially after they made a Crash
Bandicoot.
Bandicoot, remake of the game, making it look better and just,
It was amazing. It was a great game.
remastered.
Yeah, they remastered the
was
game and it was
They
amazing.
did phenomenal with that. And so I can't wait to see what they do with Spyro, just reamping it again and remastering this game, and bringing it to us. It's going to be something that I personally plan to do on my channel.
Oh yeah, no, I'll
Specifically,
be doing it too.
as soon as it launches. Well, maybe not as soon as it launches, but you know what I mean. On the channel, I'm putting it up.
The other 2 games that are dropping on November the 13th, which is a Tuesday, mind you guys. SNK, the 40th Anniversary Collection, I believe that is a snowboarding game. It'll be launching on the Switch, which is going to be really good. Switch is getting a lot of new games. I'm really happy for that. But Hitman 2 is going to be dropping for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC on Tuesday.
Nice.
So that's going to be really good. A lot of people are going to enjoy that one. And then the very next day, one of the biggest games of the year is going to be dropping November 14th, which is a Wednesday, Fallout 76, PS4, Xbox One, PC. I know you'll be seeing me on launch day. I don't know about the rest of you, but I for sure will be there for launch.
Yeah, he's been waiting for 76 to come out.
I'm a huge Fallout fan. I've been around since the original Fallout. It's one of my favorite series. I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait to get my fucking power armor helmet.
Oh man. But so we have on November 15th Underworld Ascendant for the PC. I am not too knowledgeable on what that game is. Are you?
Underworld Descendant, they're making. You watched the movies Underworld, correct?
Yes.
Okay, they're making a video game about the movies.
Oh, so they're making. Oh, okay.
It's
I
gonna
wonder how
be a video game interpretation of the movies. which it's
Oh,
gonna
so
be interesting to
they
see.
kind of have the core basis of the movie a little bit, but interpret it in a
Because we've
more
had
game
movies
style.
made from video games, now we're having video games made from movies.
So I kind of like that approach to it. Like, kind of have some a different input on it.
And then the next day of our recording, which is November 16th, we will have Civilization 6, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, and Let's Go Eevee dropping on the Switch. I honestly, I'm huge fucking Pokemon fan, so I'm really looking forward to the drop of Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. I mean, I just pre-ordered the Let's Go Pikachu Edition Switch,
Oh, nice.
so I'm really excited. Um,
Oh, and here we go for you Battlefield fans. Battlefield 5 on the PS4, Xbox One, and PC will be out on November 20th,
which is a Tuesday. So,
which is a Tuesday. Again,
so if you guys don't have the time off, just remember it's a Tuesday. Gotta go to work on Wednesdays or
yeah,
school.
you're gonna empty your wallet out on a Tuesday. You got to make that money back on a Wednesday.
And then we got
We also
Warframe turning around coming out on the Switch.
and then we have Wreckfest on PS4 and Xbox One. I have not heard of that game yet.
Wreckfest is another game like Burnout, um, mixed with it's kind of say like Forza or Gran Turismo. It's
Oh, okay.
it's like Demolition Derby meets racing. So it's a Demolition Derby racing game. That's what Wreckfest is.
Okay.
Then we got
Honestly.
Darksiders 3, finally.
I know it's been a long time waiting for Darksiders 3.
Yes, yes, it has.
And it's
Honestly,
going to be on all platforms, by
yeah,
the way.
PS4. No, no, not all platforms.
Okay,
PS4,
no,
Xbox
I'm
One, and PC.
mistaken. My brain is going with only three that I know.
PS4, Xbox One, and PC is getting Darksiders 3. Wreckfest is going to be available on PS4 and Xbox One, just for you who are wondering. Um, doesn't look like that many games are coming out this year for the Switch.
At least that we know of at the moment and current.
I know there are games coming out for the Switch. It just doesn't look like they're on this list.
I think it's just showing us what we have for November. So we'll keep you guys updated for December's list when December hits. Because I think it's just showing the full November release schedule.
Yeah.
Well, that's the list of games for everybody to be looking for this month. Is there anything else you would like to say before we close out?
Yes, my announcement. I
Oh,
have
got
an
an
announcement for all of you. When we hit 250 subscribers on YouTube, I will be doing a giveaway. I haven't decided if it'll be a loot box giveaway or if it'll be a giveaway through. There's gonna be a couple options for the winner. Like I have a sponsorship through a beard company, sponsorship through vaping companies. I've been talking with Lootbox, so but expect a giveaway once we hit 250 subscribers. I will let you know more as we get closer. But yeah, that's what we're planning on doing.
Oh, see, I didn't even know about this announcement. He was kind of leaving it in the dark for this for you guys. So
I just confirmed it yesterday, and I wanted to surprise you at the same time.
nice. So if we can reach that 250 guys, we're gonna have that giveaway.
All right, y'all. I hope you guys have a great time, and we'll see you next week for the weekly respawn.